Sumant Garu, shall we start? Sorry, Andy, I was on mute. Let's begin. Namaskaram, Masters. Welcome to day 7 of Aatma, Deepo, Bhava. Be a light unto yourself. I hope you had a great meditation session. As we gather here today, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge our Grandmaster Prabodh Garu for giving us this wonderful event. Without his guidance and support, this event would not have been possible. I would also like to take a moment to thank leadership team and each and every one of you for joining us. We are so grateful to have you with us. Dear friends, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our esteemed speaker for today, Master V. Radhika. As a lecturer in physics at a government junior college and a researcher in various types of meditation for 3 years, she brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to the stage. Master Radhika's journey of self-discovery has led to the beautiful thoughtless meditation process by Prabodh sir. And she's eager to share her insights with us today on topic of science of breath. Science of breath. Her motto of be happy and make others happy is a testament to her passion for helping others find peace and ease in their own lives. I am sure we are all in a treat for Madik as Master Radhika shares us the wisdom on how the science of breath can help us in our spiritual journey. Without a further ado, please join me in welcoming to the stage Master Radhika. After you, Master.
Hello. Good morning to everyone. Is my voice audible, sir? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Is my voice
You're
audible?
audible.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you
ma'am.
very much. Thank you very much, sir, for a beautiful introduction. First of all, my humble salutations to Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, sir, and our Grand Master Prabodh Achyutha, sir, who gave me a wonderful opportunity to share the wisdom which I have on this science of breath. Thank you. And without wasting our time, let us enter into our topic today. Breath. Yeah, breath. It is our best friend. From our birth to our death, we are always being accompanied by the breath. We are breathing daily, maybe consciously or unconsciously sometimes, but it is happening within our body. It always observes us. And of course, while sleeping or when we are happy or sad, it is with us. But are we observing it anyway, any day, any second? That becomes of prime importance. Why to observe breath? Yes, my dear friends, from our birth to our death, without taking a second break, it is accompanying us. Then let us give a try by observing it for at least few seconds. It gives us immense treasure. It tells us wonderful secrets about our body, not only about our physical body, about our emotional, mental body. And what does breath tells us about? It tells us about our birth cycles, previous birth cycle, future birth cycle. It controls our emotions. It tells us in which mood we are. Probably, my dear friends, we pretty well know that when we are in a very angry mood, our breath will be faster. And when we are flooded with our emotions, our blood will be heavier. And when we are at peace and ease, our breath will be systematic, going on a systematic and rhythmic way. So all this, so our breath is going to tell us about emotions and how to overcome the feelings. And most important thing is, it is going to tell us the secret of our soul science. Soul science. What is this soul? Is it existing or not? Being science students, most of us will be in a paradox whether to believe the existence of a soul or not. Of course, that let us keep the soul part aside. Let us be connected with our body, day-to-day existence, and let us correlate what is the science behind this breath, observing this, and how is it related to a concept called soul in our class. And mostly, we are studying degrees, PGs, PhDs. Studying about the breath science or soul science is on top of all these studies. And what I feel is, it is the highest degree which each and every individual should know, so as to maintain their health status, emotional status, and family status, everything in balance. They should have a minimum knowledge of this breath. So, first of all, I would like to thank Prabodh sir to introduce this breath concept, and to be in oneness state. Sir has given many tips and tricks in his beautiful workshop called Gudakesha, which is of very prime importance for all the students, working and non-working people, to observe their breath for long hours and to know the secret behind what is going on and how is going on. So, okay, friends. So, by observing breath, our conscious state, it will reach to the high end from the low end. Now, we are taking breath. In Anapanasati meditation, our Prabodh sir meditation technique, we have to observe the breath. First of all, we should relax our body. Then we should observe the breath. How is it going in and how is it coming out? How is it coming out? So this fact should be observed by us. Actually, this is the process of meditation. Now, while doing this, we should always have a smile on our face. Maintaining smile on our face reduces our thoughts. So, while doing this, what happens? We are controlling our thoughts. Thoughts, they come and they go. So, at first, they come and they go. Our breath will be heavier in state. As the time passes on, the heaviness of this breath will reduce and it will become lighter, lighter, lighter. And thereby, our thoughts also will slowly come to zero state. A state called Samadhi state is reached, where we will have no thoughts abruptly. And there we will be we will be said to be in a meditative state. Now, what happens in this Samadhi state? In this Samadhi state, my dear friends, we will have all the answers to all the questions. So to know any answer, no need of searching in the outside world. It is pretty well known to us within. So in order to know our answers, we have to reach Samadhi state. And Samadhi state is reached only, easily by observing the breath. Of course, as you already know, I have gone through different meditations where people sometimes they observe their third eye, and sometimes they focus on imaginations, like all positive affirmations, imagining things, and finally they come to a zero state. Or either they may be observing their third eye and they may be coming to the zero state. Anyway, our main target is to come to the zero state. Coming to the zero state, thoughtless state, the easy procedure is just by observing breath. At first, our breath will be heavier in state. As the time passes, breath becomes lighter, lighter, and much more lighter. And finally, we will reach zero state or thoughtless state immediately, and that is called that is called your samadhi state. In Telugu, we have a saying from Bhaja book written by Adi Shankaracharyalu sir. In that, we have a saying, pranayamam pratyaharam nitya nitya viveka vicharam. Pranayamam means, my dear friends, just observing our breath pattern, how the air is getting in and how is it coming out. Okay, pranaharam and pratyaharam. Pratyaharam means entering into ourselves. So just by observing our breath, we will enter into ourselves. Nitya nitya. I mean permanent truth. What is the truth? Existing truth, stable truth. Viveka vicharam. This is this. I mean by observing breath, by knowing the truth, we will enter into the soul science. This is the meaning of this saying. And one more saying we have, Kaya Tupirilona Gani Unnadi Yogindrulaku. This was said by Annamacharyalu sir. Kaya Tupiri. Kaya means, my dear friends, it is a body. So Upiri means respiration. So the respiration which we take from our body, in that there is a treasure for yogis. So what is that treasure? Do you want to really know? Just observe the breath. You'll be knowing that, but probably you must concentrate on it for long hours. Just by doing it for 1 hour or half an hour will not yield results, my dear friends. So what is happening to this breath actually? The air that we are taking in, that the oxygen, what we feel is, I mean, being science students, we feel that we are taking only oxygen in. But this oxygen, the air which we are inhaling, that is known as prana. So this vayu, we call it as vayu. Vayu means air. So in our spiritual science, this vayu is divided, the air which we are respiring is divided into 10 vayus. Of these 10 vayus, we have 5 major vayus. So those 5 major vayus are prana vayu, apana vayu, udana vayu, samana vayu, and vyana vayu. I repeat, my dear friends, the air that we are inhaling, that is, we feel that we are inhaling the oxygen through our nostrils. So that air, energy, that which is entering into our body is divided into 5 vayus: prana vayu, apana vayu, udana vayu, samana vayu, and vyana vayu. So the air that is entering is divided into 5 different vayus. Vayu means air into our body. And what does this 5, I mean majorly 5, and we have 5 other minor vayus also, which we will discuss briefly, not to the great extent. Now, these 5 major vayus, first of all, prana. Prana is the shakti or the energy that is responsible for to control our emotions, to be cool, and to have a calm mind. So in our meditation, we are going to activate all these 5 vayus. So actually, when we cut our body, we do observe nerves, blood vessels, all these things. But apart from this, we have some invisible nadis within our body, which I think may not be seen clearly by doctors. But majorly, these nadis, they will be always activated by the cosmic energy that we are receiving while doing the meditation. So when we enter into the samadhi state, my dear friends, our Sushumna chakra, which will be at the top of our head, that opens. That opens. And the cosmic energy will enter into our body through that Sushumna Nadi, and it clears all the blockages in different parts of our body. So this cosmic energy is very easily acceptable by our body with the help of these vayus. So let us know briefly about this vayus. Prana vayu, it relates with the head, lungs, and heart, and a balanced prana vayu will help to calm our mind and emotions. And the second one is apana vayu. Apana vayu will be situated from our abdomen to the downside of our body, and it is responsible for us to have a healthy digestive system and reproductive system. My dear friends, these are quite vital organs to determine the status of our health. And probably for yogis, we feel, or it is said for yogis, that this apana vayu and prana vayu both will mix, and they will, when they are dying at the time of their body vacation, these two vayus will be released from the Sushumna Nadi. Actually, when we die or at the time of our body vacation, these vayus, one of these vayus, they will be, all these five vayus probably, they will be released through five sense organs. So depending upon the status of our soul development, they will be released through either eyes for some people through nose, for some people through mouth, and some people through ears, and for some other people through genital organs. And mostly for yogis and for Gudakesha yogis probably, those who do intense meditation, those who know their soul science, those who have the knowledge of third eye and their birth cycles, this vayu or prana will be released through our Sushumna Nadi, which will be here. And my dear friends, you might be knowing that when a child is born, for a small infant, our mothers will be oiling here, because the region here will be very tender, and if you touch it, you can observe the vibrations of Sushumna Nadi here. For us, now it has become toughened and tightened, for which we are doing intense practices to loosen it and to observe the energy from it. Right. So yeah, coming back to our concept. Next, Udana Vayu. Udana Vayu will be situated at our diaphragm to throat. So to have a clarity of a speech, and to have a clear Vakshetra, and to have a clear respiratory tract, our Udana Vayu should be clearly supplied in our body. So mostly people suffering from sinus, migraine, it is said that this Udana supplying, Udana Vayu supplying is not so clear for them. So all those people who are suffering from the sinusoidal problems and all, they should concentrate on their Udana Vayu practices. Next, Samana Vayu. Samana Vayu is, it circles around our navel point. Its movement is circular, and we, according to our Nadi Kshetra, all the body organs are connected from our navel point. This is also called as buccal point. And to have a healthy metabolism in our body, this Samana Vayu should be easily and properly circulated within our body. And Vyana Vayu. Vyana Vayu connects all our body organs from our heart. So the energy that is to be circulated throughout the body, that will be done with the help of Vyana. And our, extra energy, that is our immune system, will be activated with the help of this Vyana Vayu. And apart from these five major Vayus, we also have some other five minor Vayus. Just I'll read out them. Those are Naga Vayu, which helps us in burping or belching. Kurma Vayu is responsible for our opening and closing of eyes and blinking of eyes. And Krukar Vayu is responsible for our sneezing pattern. And Dhananjaya Vayu is responsible for the opening and closing of our heart valve. And Devadatta Vayu, these are responsible for yawning of one. Now, so the oxygen or the air that we are breathing in is divided into all these 10 equal Vayus, and they are responsible for the proper and perfect maintenance of our body. So sadhus or yogis, those who live in Himalayas, they will not take any food. And once, recently we have seen that in Himalaya, one yogi was struck for something around 21 days or 30 days and without having any food, or the climate was very cold, it was icy, less than -°C, then also he could restrain himself healthily in Himalayas. This is because of pranayama, my dear friends. Observation of the breath itself helped him to sustain for 21 days. Okay, so this vayus, so we can generate heat also within our body. We can generate cold also within our body. We can generate the food also, not exactly food, the energy that will be given by the food, by my dear friends. 1 minute. I'll be back.
Sure, Master.
Sorry for the disturbance, friends. Sorry. Now let us come
Welcome
back to
back,
our point.
Master.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah. So by observing the oxygen that we are inhaling properly, we are going to supply the energy for all these vayus in our body. And the second task is, in Gudakesha workshop, we will be practiced to observe the breath after relaxing our body. Yeah. After relaxing our body, we can easily observe this breath without any thoughts. Now, in order to activate this energy system in our body, we should have zero thought state, and that comes by practice. And the practice should be intense, my dear friends. So, for that, uh, I request one and all to join this workshop and to enjoy and to see the inner world, where these airs are going in and how the activation is happening. My dear friends, in our intense meditation, we can easily observe even the sound of the blood that is being circulated within our body. We can also hear the sound of the air or vayus that is being circulated within our body and supplied in our body. Now, yeah, okay. Now, excuse me. Okay, I covered these points. Just give me a second, friends. Yeah. So what does this breath does? It takes us from macro state to micro state. It takes us from outer world to inner world. So here I would like to share a beautiful technique with you regarding the breath. Now, while observing breath in a meditation called Shushumna Kriya, I personally also experienced the benefit of this. So I would like to share with you so that you all can be benefited with this. So we have to sit straight, close our eyes, have a smile on our face, and just observe the inhalation part of the air that is going in. And we also should observe the exhalation part of the air that is coming out. So before going to this technique, my dear friends, I would like to share you the exact breathing pattern of oneself. So have you ever observed kids while sleeping? Infants, their abdomen will be bulging and getting in, bulging and getting in. The abdomen of the kids who are sleeping, how their face will be, it will be very energetic. If we look at their face, ultimately our Anahata chakra will open and will be flooded with joy. So why this happens? Because they will not have any blockages. Everything will be crystal clear. All the vayu flowings, everything will be very free in those bodies. So infants, they will respire perfectly and correct breath pattern. So what is the correct way of breathing? So when we breathe in, our abdomen should bulge out. That is, we are taking air in, our abdomen should bulge out. And we should keep the breath. for at least 1 second, and slowly we should release the breath out. Then our abdomen, for yogis, while exhaling, this abdominal or navel point, it will touch the spinal cord. So it is not possible for us, my dear friends, but I guess over practice, at least we may reach to certain point of it. So while releasing the breath, our abdomen will go in, and while inhaling, our abdomen will come out. Lungs will expand and should expand and contract perfectly. So we should take the air slowly, but lot of air. I mean, more air we should inhale. So we should do deep breathing rather than shallow breathing. So this is the correct pattern of breathing. If you want more clearly, Manjuvani madam in season 1 session has shared the correct experimental breathing technique. You please can go on to that video and watch for practical session. Now today I want to introduce another trick or a tip like thing which will improve your subtle qualities, emotions. For some people, they would like to get rid of certain emotions and they would like to, encourage or habituate certain good things. But it will be, most of them will become tough for them. On January 30 or December 31st or January 1st, um, people will be having hell of resolutions. I'll do that, I'll do this, but they'll be unable to do. Like, I should get up early morning at 5 o'clock, I should do this, I should go for exercise, I should go for walking, I should go for meditation. They'll have not many plans, but most of the people, they fail because of lack of intention. So the technique which I am telling you, it will help you to improve that intention, and it will make you success in habituating new things and get rid of the things which you don't like. That is, I'm sorry, my dear friends, well, you have to sit straight, you have to close your eyes, you have to be in a thoughtless state without thinking anything, and with each inhalation, you have to feel yourself that you are taking a good quality. Like, for example, I want to improve my studies or concentration. With inhalation, I should feel that my concentration is being improved. The breath should reach its navel point, and while the breath is coming out from your nostril, you have to assume or you have to feel that one of your bad qualities is being released. That is, I am leaving my angry, or I am leaving my overthinking, or I am living in such way. You people pretty well know about your pros and cons. So you can apply this technique to encourage a good habit and to get rid of a bad habit. You should do this for 11 times a day. If you make this as a practice shortly for 21 days or 41 days, I'm very sure that you're going to get rid of the quality that you don't like, and you also are going to get a quality that you like. Please give a try, my dear friends. And I would like to share you one more trick of getting into a thoughtless state, which Prabodh sir has taught us in one of the Gudakesha session. He says that in order to come into the thoughtless state easily, first we have to take deep breaths quickly. I'll show you, like, we call this as Hasrika Pranayama. So pranayama is a very important technique which yogis has introduced, and with which they are living without food, without any proper climatic conditions. Also, they are living successfully. So this pranayama technique, Prabodh sir has taught us, we have to take deep inhalations and exhalations, something around 5 inhalations and exhalations fastly, and then after the 5th exhalation, we have to be still. We should not breathe. We should be in a stillful mind, and we should wait till we need our next breath. I'll show you. We should stop our breathing. We should wait till we get need for our next breath. Then we should slowly exhale. Yes, my dear friends, if you do this technique will easily take you to the thoughtless state. And and I think I've covered all the points, my dear friends. That is all for today. If I get any more points, I'll share to you. Thank you. Thank you for giving me
Thank
this
you
opportunity.
so much, Radhika Master.
Thank
That
you, sir.
was a great speech. And when it comes from experience, it makes a lot of difference. You are one of the most experienced, if not, because you have already worked 3 years of your PhD researching on meditation, and coming from you that Prabodh's technique is the best. I'm not sure we can find any other professional who has done extensive work, and coming it from you, we can. Oftentimes, my friends would say, many educated people are not into meditation, or when I tell them that I don't sleep at night, I meditate, I try to meditate and sit whole night, they would say, if you can bring any doctor, a PhD doctor, and say that's okay, we will do it. That's what they said. They honestly do not believe that a professional or someone who has done a lot of research would agree with our methodology. But I can proudly share that you, a PhD, are a follower of Gudakesha. Thanks, ma'am. Thank you so much. And does anyone else have anything to share or any questions you would like to answer? You can unmute yourself.
Namaste, Master. I have a question. So, I wanted to know, when we are doing the fast breathing, it is not something allowed. It's not like that, or because we did not. So, how does the fast breathing happen, and how do we transition then to the silent? That's my question.
Yes, ma'am. Is it finished, or do you have any more question?
Yeah, this is my doubt.
Yeah, right, ma'am. Very good question. Fast breathing means inhaling and exhaling without any delay. I mean, generally, our breathing procedure should be slow, which we are not doing nowadays. In order to have an exact practical thing, whenever we are angry, we will breathe fastly. When we run, ultimately fast breathing comes into picture. So when we do the breathing fast, our vayus or energy, which are distributed equally in our body, they'll rush up to a state. And when we are in a still state and without having any breath, then they'll be reorganized into all the nadis. So this is what happens in this technique, ma'am. So, like, if you want, I'll show it.
Yes, please, ma'am. Please, that will be helpful.
If you want, I'll show it. Like, slow breathing means abdomen should bulge. Inhalation, exhalation. Inhalation, exhalation. Here, we will not hear any sort of noise or sound outside. Fast breathing.
That was the doubt, because in Bastrika normally we can, there is also, we can, yes, that was also my doubt.
You will not hear any sort of sound outside when we are in a slow breathing. When we are doing fast breathing, we will hear a series of sounds. And this fast breathing also should be done from abdominal cavity, not from our throat or chest. Is it okay, ma'am?
Yes.
Was that useful?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Master. Does anyone else have any questions?
I just have one additional question to that. So, ma'am, in how many times should we come back to this fast breathing? It's when
5.
we realize that we are so like we are breathing. So, how many times can we come back to this fast breathing, then slow down to
5 breaths,
during a
ma'am.
practice?
Minimum 5.
Okay.
Minimum 5 breaths. It is just to reorganize the values and energies within your body. We do that exercise. And one more madam has posed a question. She was asking that, Usha madam, she was asking that she's not having proper sleep during night, what to do. Madam, the sleep disorders, they can be easily and quickly given answers with this Gudakesha practice, ma'am. One simplest technique is pranayama, just by observing breath. I guess you people pretty well know about pranayama. Just closing one of the nostril. Excuse me. Closing one of the nostril, inhaling with the other nostril till the abdominal extent, so that your abdominal bulges, and then opening the another nostril, releasing the air from that. For example, at first, if you close the right nostril, you have to inhale through the left nostril so that your abdominal is full of air. Later, you have to close the nostril with which you have taken breath, and you have to release the air with your right nostril. This is the beautiful pranayama technique which yogis have introduced us. This can be followed, and doing meditation helps you a lot to overcome sleep apnea and all the sleep disorders. Uh, I would recommend you to join this Train Your Mind session and this 21 days Aatma Deepo session, so that you will have a clarity of what to do and what not to. And I guess you will join Gudakesha workshop so that all your sleeping patterns will be set right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And friends, I would like to add one more point, which I forgot to actually. With your permission, I would like to add one more point, sir.
Oh, absolutely, ma'am. Love to hear
Yeah.
from you.
Yeah. So actually, I used to have a doubt, like while offering food to God in our, properly, we say that pranaya swaha, samanaya swaha, vyanaya swaha, udanaya swaha. There is a saying like this. Now, while doing puja and all, pujaris and all, while offering food to God, they'll say these mantras. So I used to have a doubt. What are these mantras and why people will say this? Later, on my small research, I found out that the energy that the food is offering should be equally distributed to all these 5 vayus. That is the exact feeling behind saying this mantra. Pranaya swaha, samanaya swaha, udanaya swaha, vyanaya swaha, madhye madhye paniyam samarpayami. This is a mantra which people will say while offering food to God. So while offering food to God also, people will use this. The energy that we are getting from the food that is being offered to the God, that should be equally distributed into these 5 vayus and should be properly circulated through the entire body. That is the real meaning behind this. So this is all, sir. Thank you.
Wonderful, ma'am. Thank you for sharing. Does anyone else have any questions? Okay, I don't think anyone would ask any other questions. So Thanks so much, Radhika ma'am, Radhika Master.
Thank you, sir.
It was wonderful wisdom sharing session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Sumant Garu, can we
Thank you, sir.
stop now? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful session. Thank you, guys.